Jacques Lemaire, as you heard Dick say, knows full well that the Bruins are going to come out fighting tonight. And you can see the intensity in the eyes of Jacques Lemaire. On the left side with Linseman and Crowder. On the right side for the Bruins, Blum and Bourque on the defense. Green and Ludwig on the defense for Canadiens. Ryan Walter, McPhee and Hunter, and that's a tough line for the Canadiens. Already McPhee and Crowder are going to go at it.
They haven't dropped the puck.
See that in a playoff game?
No, never have, Dick. Never. I don't know that I've seen it in a regular season game, let alone a playoff game. Well, Bob, we talked about Crowder not long ago, and he's made his presence felt before the first second is ticked off the clock.
Well, he's back in the lineup, but now he'll be gone for at least 5 minutes. But, you know, they were jawing at each other while Lewis was over at the Bruins bench, and they continued to jaw at each other. Then a little push, and then they both went inside the circle, and all right, let's go.
You've got to wonder, Dick, as we mentioned, how strong Keith Crowder can be with suffering from the flu. He's got to be obviously very weak. And fighting like that and holding on and tugging and pulling is not going to help him any, but he's certainly got these fans fired up here at the Gardens right off the bat, and he also hopes the Boston Bruins.
The Bruins starting early, bringing the game to Montreal. Gainey checking Blum at center ice. They push at each other. Hunter is in there also. We might get another one going here. We've got another one going here.
Now, boys, we could be here for a while. Gainey and Blum. 47 seconds into the hockey game. The business at hand right now is fighting on the eve of the big fight tomorrow. They love it here at the Gardens. Away goes Johnny Blum and Bob Gainey.
If you have just joined us, this is the makings of fight number 3. Linseman in after the fact. And Carbonneau, meanwhile, there's 2 others, whoever they may be, locked in loveless embrace, lying on the ice.
It'll be Louis Schlegel, I believe, Dick, down on the ice.
Going off.
What a stop that Penny made, Dick and Bob.
Got it up to Simmer again. That'll be offside. Linseman reached back to take the pass, and a sharp call at the line. It was offside.
Mickey, until the Boston goal. Oh, there's Linseman punching Carbonneau in the goal.
He's going to get a penalty.
Yes.
Now, that's the kind of thing they don't need.
Is that? Are you sure about this?
Well,
oh yeah,
I saw Brian Lewis made a motion. Now, whether you'll send them both or just Linseman, I don't know. It looks like just Kenny Linseman went.
Oh, you
Who was he after? Chelios again?
No, Carbonneau.
And it's played in. Blum in there with Bourque again.
There they go.
Bourque carrying the puck out, but another scrap has started down in the corner. That is McPhee of the Canadiens.
Well, McPhee waited 15 seconds this time, Mick, for his fight in the period. Last time it was 0-0.
And he's probably going to get more than John Blum, because Blum never got the gloves off. And it might be a 5 and a 2 situation.
That'd leave him 1 major short of being thrown out of the game.
That's right. Blum never got the gloves off, and McPhee obviously carrying a chip on his shoulder for John Blum as they continue to have words. So we'll see what the call is here by Brian Lewis. Maybe Blum's not going to get a penalty at all. Wouldn't that be something?
You know, Mike McPhee's one of the mildest-mannered, quietest members of the Canadiens' entourage when you're traveling with the team on the road. Boy, he's been upset more than a little bit recently, and tonight's another example.
I'll tell you what, he's going to luck out right here, Dick. Even though his team's going to be short-handed, he only gets 2 minutes. And there's how it started right off the bat, as you mentioned, 15 seconds into the period.
Blum's left gauntlet in his face.
I would see that I think McPhee fired about 5 or 6 punches and gets away with only a 2-minute minor. Blum does not get a penalty.
O'Reilly to Milbury. Milbury dumped it in. Bruins went in after it. O'Reilly is there in the middle of things.
Chelios is hurt.
Down goes Chelios, and I think Chelios has been hurt on that play.
Gets sandwiched between 2 guys. It's O'Reilly and Courtnall, I believe.
Team doctor Doug Kinnear, they're right behind the glass in that area. Come out of their seats. Now, take a look at this.
That could be a nice Charlie horse in the right leg. O'Reilly with a good hip check. Courtnall had Chelios from behind. And Terry O'Reilly with a pretty good hip check. It was a clean check from what you can see of it. No question about it. Watch the hip check on the right leg, right there. And those hurt.
Now we come back live, and Chris Chelios is still on the ice. Gaetan Lefebvre of the Canadiens training staff is out there with him. Chelios being assisted by both Canadian and Boston training staff people. He coasted off the ice, Mick, as you notice, putting very little, if any, weight on his right leg.
I think it's Charlie horse, Dick. That's
on the boards, McPhee. McPhee was hit hard by Blum. They're going to get going now. You know they are.
Look at this. Now, McPhee took a shot at Blum. What's he going to do? Lewis had already called a penalty to Blum for elbowing, I believe, or high sticking, as he did get it up into McPhee's face. And look at McPhee with the left glove off. He had already taken a punch at Blum, so he's got to get something out of this, Dick. And as you had pointed out, one more fight. Of course, he didn't get a major on the last one, so he figured, I got one more.
Well, Dave pointed out that Ray Bourque did have a point in this series. Chris Nyland of the Canadiens, who was the league's most penalized player this year, hasn't had a penalty. Mike McPhee's taking over tonight.
There's a penalty right there coming to Blum. Bourque with a slap shot. Now watch 24 O'Reilly coming through the slot right there with his back to it. It hits his right leg, I believe, and goes underneath Steve Penny. Captain Terry O'Reilly, 5-4 Montreal.
See how they make out on this ship. Pass to the line, Blum shot. It's in there. Penalty coming up against the Montreal Canadiens. They're in it. They score! We're tied. Linseman. Milbury feeds it up along the boards and out. Scoring, belted by little Naslund.
That could have been a very interference call.
You know, I've seen Matt Naslund play almost every game he's played for the Canadiens in his 3 years in the NHL. I can't recall him taking a run at somebody like he did at Butch Goring.
Lucky he got away with it because Goring had touched that puck, Dick. That could have very easily been an interference call.
Now, Ken Linseman's been involved. He's in the penalty box for a couple of Montreal goals in the first period. Gets the big one here in the second period, or one of the big ones, and starts to play again like Ken Linseman plays. When he's effective and when he does things like that. Ooh, no call that time on Craig Ludwig. And Linseman gets set for the face-off, and Ludwig, I believe, yes, it appears as though he was cut by Linseman's high stick. And on that occasion, no penalty call. Linseman.
Bruins now being very careful in our own zone, but Tremblay steals it, centered it, score! Beautiful play by Tremblay to Larry Robinson, and the Canadiens are out front again, 6-5. 30 seconds left in the period. Milbury back, and icing called against Montreal. Milbury and Nyland now with a few words. We have just 30 seconds remaining in the second period. And the face-off, as you see, in the Canadian zone. Bourque shot. Rebound. They score! Linseman again. We're tied at 6. Simmer grabs it. Takes it out of harm's way back of the net. That'll do it as the puck rolls to center ice. Nyland went into the boards, missing his man. Crowder put it in the net, but of course, the period had ended, and we're tied at 6.
Look out. Now we get this situation that has haunted that Calgary-Winnipeg series at the end of the period. In this game tonight, if the Western viewers are still with us, I can tell you we had a fight at the 0-0 mark of the first period. Even before they dropped the puck, Keith Crowder and Mike McPhee started a fight and ended up with 15 minutes worth of penalties. Now, this is the first type of this scene that we have seen in this series. No further damage comes of it. And the Boston Bruins, who were being booed by their hometown fans earlier in the second period, receive a tumultuous standing ovation. They have scored 5 times to tie the hockey game.
Crowder dumped it in. Now Simmer is on the ice. There is Simmer. They're nearing the 5-minute mark of the third. We're tied at 6. Keens likes to come out. Tremblay crashed into the boards as he hit Bork. And Bork is back again. They played 7 minutes. Third period. It's 6-6. Linseman ran into a Carbonell, went flying. Casper has the puck. Casper with a skate, got it out front, and a quick shot. O'Reilly tried to jam it in on Penny, and he just missed, giving the Bruins a lead. The sticks go high, the pushing and shoving, and Mr. McPhee is in there again.
Courtnall took a jab at Svoboda, I think, to start it all.
And hit him pretty good, too.
Shot by Naslund was blocked by O'Connell. O'Reilly again. Nice play to Linseman. Linseman going in. Around in a change. What can you say about Kenny Linseman? A couple of bad penalties in the first period. Nearly blew it for the Bruins. But here he's done it all.
He gets a ricochet here off of Larry Robinson's right skate. And Linseman just wouldn't quit, Dick. He went down the outside. They had him boxed off to begin with. Curvers did. Penny got frozen at the side of the net, and it deflected in off of Robinson's skate. Linseman with the hat trick.
Courtnall didn't touch it at all. Never got to him. But Penny committed himself.
Yes,
went
he did.
down. Didn't have time to get back and get set.
There it is. Boy, what a comeback.
And you can be sure that they're going to be testy in there before they drop this one in. Middleton to the right. Watching Bobby Smith. The draw goes right in front of the net. Canadiens after it.
Oh.
And somehow, Keens down has the puck grabbed by the Boston Bruins. And boy, they get away with that one.
You know, it's really interesting. Robinson and Ludwig were looking at each other, getting their signals right. Robinson said to Ludwig, "You make sure you take Charlie Simmer." They didn't expect Montreal to win the draw, and Simmer didn't take Ludwig, and he was all alone. Surprisingly, found himself alone with Keens.
5 seconds left. Bruins get it in front of the net. Look out! The shot is wide, and the Bruins have won the game.
Rooney didn't miss by much.
Boston 7, Montreal 6. Hockey Night in Canada will be on the air again, 7:30 Eastern Time from the Montreal Forum. It'll be Tuesday night, Game 5.
What a comeback. Boy, oh boy, you've got to give this team every bit of credit you can. Very emotional Boston Garden. We've mentioned it would have been easy for the Bruins to pack it in. Down 4-1 at home. But they came back, showed a lot of heart. And this series is back to square one. And they've already proven they can win in Montreal. So it's anybody's ball game. Let's see if we can get a look at that last flurry around Keens. There's Rooney in the slot with about 3 seconds left right here. Smith is waiting for the pass, but he couldn't, of course, anticipate he'd be there, and he just missed the net. Happy Doug Keens. It's all over.
The final score again, Boston 7, Montreal 6. Our Stanley Cup playoff coverage continues in a moment.